All right, Khan, Shalom, Israel, Shalom to the 12 tribes of Yasharala, giving, of course, all the honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. This is Brother Yasharala.
Khan, Shalom. This is Brother Shalamah.
Khan, coming back, y'all, yet another video through the Spirit power Yahweh Yahweh Shah. All right. So yeah, Khan. So without further ado, man, let's get straight into this, man. Hot topics. We got a lot to talk about, man. And essentially, we're talking about this main thing that's something that's been so rampant around the society, especially this country, right? Which is known as we like to call it, toxic feminism, toxic femininity. Okay. As they always want to, say toxic masculinity. If you exhibit any type of masculine traits, you're considered, that's toxic masculinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to kind of flip it around on them and say, guess what? You guys are exhibiting, or you women, you know what I'm saying, are exhibiting toxic feminism. And what we mean by that is this trait, this evil trait, right? Of wanting to be independent, of wanting to be, guess what? I don't need no man. I don't need a protector. We are the protectors, right? We are the strong ones, right? And it with this spirit upon our women, especially because we don't care about the other nations' women, but we get that spirit, right, from Esau. We get that spirit from these other nations. You know what I'm saying? And so Israel takes that spirit upon them, and our women want to exhibit that same spirit towards their men, right? So that's when it becomes a problem, is that when you have Eve of both kingdoms, northern kingdom and southern kingdom, exhibiting these toxic traits, right, of wanting to be independent, of saying that they don't need any man, right? They are the protectors. They are the people. I mean, it's like it. They're the ones that's supposed to be strong, right? When the Bible teaches differently, the Bible teaches, you understand. So like, let's kick it off with a certain precept. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 31 verse 10, right? We're going to kick it off with the Bible, man. All right, because up here we teach and believe in the Bible. You understand? You have a lot of men that may not necessarily, well, they may believe in it.
Oh, Satan trying to take away the word. So, the brother had to tap out real fast. So, but I'll get a precept real fast because what the brother, was saying was spot on. Looking at the whole dynamic of, the such thing as they call toxic masculinity. The Most High is a God of balance. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can't have one without the other. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a couple precepts real fast. Let me get Proverbs 11 and verse 1. So if it's toxic masculinity, it has to be a such thing as toxic femininity. So let me get this right quick in Proverbs 11 and verse 1. And it reads, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Right? So the Most High, views everything in a balance. You know what I'm saying? So he says a false balance is an abomination in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? So a just weight is the Most High's delight. So again, we oftentimes hear how men are toxic, masculine, to be masculine as a man, that's toxic. To raise your sons with a masculine spirit, that's toxic as well. Which is all contrary unto the Most High and His Word. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get this real fast in Sirach, chapter 33. Sirach, chapter 33, and I'm gonna start at Salakia. Let me see where I want to start. Verse 13. Sirach 33 and verse 13. And it reads, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him. to render to them as liketh him best. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two, and two, one against another, right? So, that's a mighty precept to bring out because the Most High makes it clear there's two and two. There's always going to be one opposing another. You know what I'm saying? You can't have, light without darkness. You know what I'm saying? You can't have righteousness without wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You can't have evil, without good. You know what I'm saying? So it always has to be a just balance. And, most high willing, the brother's able to come back on soon. The brother was going to expound a lot more, upon Khan. Salakia, 1 second. Salakia, bear with us real fast. Or give us 1 second, y'all.
All right, Khan. So lucky, man.
Khan.
Damn, as I was in the midst of my speech, damn
Yeah,
Wi-Fi just went out, bro. I kid you not, man. The damn Wi-Fi on my computer literally just went out. Right, so I'm gonna try to restart it and things of that nature. But in the meantime, yeah, that's just madness. All
yeah.
right. But you know what I'm
Say,
saying? Satan doesn't want it. Satan
yeah.
does not want this to get out.
Nah, we
He
don't,
does
man.
not want this to get out, man. He does not want to. He does not want us to correct our women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to get that nasty spirit of this toxic femininity off of them, man. So like, can you bring out, or you should bring out Proverbs 31:10?
No, I had went to a couple precepts
Okay.
already,
Uh,
but I get that for you. Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10, and it reads, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her
mhm.
price is far above rubies."
Right. And so let's look at what that word means, virtuous. You mind if you look that up, Baba Gasha?
Come.
Just kind of like in a definition,
All
right?
right.
The Lord
Yeah.
said, "Blessed, yeah, Khan. You're blessed, man, if you can find a virtuous woman." The Lord didn't say you're blessed, right? If you find a woman that's just independent, you know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't say, "Blessed are the independent women," right? Blessed are the women that don't need no man. The Lord didn't say that. The Lord said, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is above rubies." Last time I checked, I mean, I don't just see rubies just laying around.
Hmm.
You know, hey Shalamah, you ever seen a ruby just laying
Nah,
around? Like, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rubies are more rarer than diamonds, man. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so that's how much value the Lord puts to virtuous women. And so it's like you got that definition.
Khan, yeah. This is from the dictionary. It says virtuous, having or showing high moral standards.
Mm. Have
Just
okay. It's like you got it.
no, yeah. Just to read it in a sentence. She considered herself very virtuous because she neither drank nor smoked.
Mm. Okay, yeah. So someone that has that's a mighty definition. Someone that has what did it say? Good moral values,
Mm-hmm.
right? That walks in good moral values. And so you see a lot of these women that are independent, that don't need a man, they're the protectors. You understand? They're the ones that call the shots. You even have I even have this video, right? And when my Wi-Fi comes back, I don't know what the heck's going on with my computer for real. Hey, I don't know if I can kind of turn around the camera, but yeah, Kyle, look at this, man. It
Come on.
says it's full bars. It's full bars, right? But nothing's working,
Yeah.
right? But anyways, right? A lot of these women that claim to be, independent, hey, guess what? Right? They don't walk in these high moral values.
Hmm.
Because first of all, what is your high moral values? Your high moral values, you know, is only predicated upon the scriptures, right? Someone with my high moral values is really someone that's walking in the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what high moral values are, right? The Bible is going to teach you how to talk as a woman. The Bible is going to teach you how to walk as a woman. The Bible is going to teach you how to live your life as a woman of the Lord, right? Not a woman of this world is going to tell you that you're independent, that you don't need a man. Because as soon as you believe in your mind as a woman that you don't need a man, I mean, you're already going off, right? You're going off, you know? And it's like another point, too, real quick. A lot of these women that say that they don't need men, right? I mean, they got iPhones. Who created the iPhone?
Hmm.
Who? I mean, you're using internet, the Wi-Fi. Who created Wi-Fi?
All
You
right.
know? Hey, I mean, in the car that you drive, you might drive a Prius. You know what I'm saying? You might drive a Lexus. You might drive a Toyota. Who created these brands? Who created the damn car anyway? Right?
Hmm.
So, I mean, everything, man. In the building that she's sleeping in, right? Her house. It wasn't a woman that built that.
Hmm.
9 times out of 10, that was a man that did that. So, a lot of these women that saying they don't need men, they don't understand anything at all. Right? And they're ignorant, at that. So that's why we're making this video. That's why we're doing these videos, man. Right? To bring light to this topic. Because it's just utter madness. Right? Shalom to the brothers on the live. But Khan, you got it, King.
Oh no, you got it. I got a precept though, but if you had something to
Nah,
go,
got your preset, you got it. But yeah, I still can't pull up anything on my computer. So but I can send you if you can pull it up real quick, you know how to share your screen?
yeah.
Okay, Khan, yeah. So I'm gonna send you certain things and then while you get your precept and then you can pull it up.
Okay. Yeah. All right, for sure.
All right, Con.
I'm gonna get this precept, and it might be a little too early for this precept, but I'll bring it out anyways. You know, this is Sirach, chapter 36, in verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Right, because you know, as the brother brought out, already within Proverbs 31, who can find a virtuous woman, man? You know what I'm saying? For her price is far above rubies. Like the brother said, rubies are, nobody, the average Joe is just not walking around finding rubies. You know what I'm saying? That's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Likewise, a man finding a virtuous wife. You know what I'm saying? The Most High talked about how blessed that man is, he who finds one. You know what I'm saying? So it says, he that getteth the wife beginneth the possession. So the woman was made to be a possession unto the man. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't made to be a city girl. She wasn't made to be a 90s hoochie mama. She wasn't made to be, a cum bucket, Salakia for terminology, but nonetheless, she wasn't made for these things. You know what I'm saying? She was made to be the possession and a helpmeet unto the man. Right? It says, beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Right? And oftentimes these women today, they're just, pillars of stress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Especially this Western society of women that we see here in America. These women are, uncouth. We see oftentimes, you know what I'm saying, learn behavior from their mothers. Um, and it's just a continuous cycle of, debauchery that we seeing within, the Trudite women, but obviously learn behavior of these heathen women, especially, i.e. the Edomite woman being the top. But I'm going to continue and finish this precept. It says, where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. So right now we see a lot of spoiled women right now. You know what I'm saying? Because one, they don't want a hedge. The man is that hedge. The man is that protection. You know what I'm saying? The man is that comfort for her. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes you got these women shouting out, we don't need a man, we don't need this, we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? As the brother's about to show the video of BRICKFACE right here.
Right.
Um, you know, this woman, she's in plenty of, before the brother goes to the video, she's in plenty of other videos talking about how, you know, women are the protectors, so on and so forth, man. But she's a prime example of her not having a hedge. I'm gonna read it one more time. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled, and he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. So again, as I brought out earlier, the Most High is about balance, man. You can't have one without the other. The man needs the woman needs the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm gonna hold it at that. You got it, King.
Yep. Con. No. Hey, that's no doubt, man. That's no doubt. Right. As a brother brought out, these precepts are true. A woman does need a hedge, right? It does need a hedge. It needs a wall. She needs a wall. She needs a head, right? That's the ordained order of the Most High, right? I'm gonna just get that quick precept real quick in First Corinthians, right? Yeah, if you can pull it up real quick, right? Get that quick precept in First Corinthians. That's the ordained order. That's how it should be, right? That's how it should be. And again, a lot of these feminists say that feminism is about equality, but again, they don't want equal. They don't want to make everything equal between men and women. All
Mm,
right, they don't want to. It's really about we want to be superior than men. And some women even come out and say that, man, yeah, we're better than men, right?
mm.
We're stronger than them, and this and the third. When it's simply not true. It's not true, right? But let's go to First Corinthians 11:3.
Come. It's the book of First Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I
Right.
would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and
Mm,
the head of the woman is the man,
mm.
a- and the head of Christ is God.
So that's the divine order right there. The head of every man is Christ. And so when we talk to our Christians about this, some Christians even make this argument that, well, even though that the head of the woman is a man, well, that doesn't mean that the man is more human than her. That's not the argument that's being
Right.
made. The argument is that the head of every man is Christ, meaning that Christ is superior in authority to man. So
Mm-hmm.
he orders us. We report to him, right? We got to answer to him at the end of the day. So that's what that means. The head of every man is Christ, meaning that he is superior in authority to us, right? Christ tells us what to do, right? It says, and so in like manner, the head of the woman is the man, right? So the man is in superior authority to the woman, right? From the divine order, from the beginning. That's in Genesis,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a reason why men they got more testosterone. Testosterone is the chemical responsible for muscle building, right? For muscle building, because it uh, um you know typically men with more testosterone, they're more prone to um wanting to do things. Testosterone makes effort feel good, right? That's the chemical responsible for that. So it's a reason why there's more testosterone in men generally. It's a reason why men are generally more stronger than women, just naturally. It's a reason why men they have a more muscle percentage than women. Women have a more on the average a higher body fat percentage because of childbirth. They need more fat, right? It's just natural for them. So it says, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is the Most High. So the Most High God is over Hamashiach Yahushua in authority and in power. Christ got an answer to the Most High. And so it's that divine order. So you got the Most High, Yahushua, right? Man, and then you got the woman. That's how it's supposed to be, right? But yeah, Khan. So let's look at these clips real quick in Twitter. Um, like I said, it's a lot. Honestly, it's a lot. Um, but you might have seen it on the internet, on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the TikTok. But there's this woman that, and I know a brother also commented in the comments. Isn't this woman a Somalian? Yeah, she is. She's actually Somalian. All right. So she may not, she's not our people. All right. We don't care about the Somalian woman. But when you have Somalian women coming over here, imposing themselves, right, and assuming the identity of the so-called black woman in America, and she's bringing these toxic traits to them, right? Then it's a problem. Then it becomes a problem because you're trying to act like us. You're trying to
Mhm.
be like us. You're trying to deceive our people, right? We don't care if you come over here and you kind of just being a Somalian woman, right? We don't care about that. Just deal with your own people. But since you want to, you know what I'm saying? Since you want to come over here and deal with our people and act like our people, then you're going to be, I mean, you're going to be seen as our people. And she was treated like our people are treated, right? So, uh, so I'm gonna play this clip real quick, and
But
because I mean
Salaki, King.
everybody. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, Salaki. And you know, that's the thing that a lot of them, these so-called immigrants do. They especially these African immigrants, they'll anytime something positive happens within, you know, their community, their culture, their nationality, what be it Nigerians, be it Ugandans, Somalians, Ethiopians, anything positive that happens, they win an award. They get a number one song. You know what I'm saying? They're doing well in movies, whatever. They represent where they come from, their country, their tribe. They'll shout those things out. Anything negative happens with, i.e. a Somalian, a Ethiopian, oh, they throw it on the Black American people. That's a common thing that they do. If something negative happens, oh, we as Black people will have to get it together. That's the immediate, you know what I'm saying, stance that they take. They just throw it and dump it on the Black Americans, so-called Black Americans, which would
Mm,
be, us, Judites, through the Spirit. So, but we gotta, be mindful of that. Anything positive, they represent, Nigeria, they represent Ethiopia, Somalia. Anything
yeah,
negative, oh, we dump it on the Black Americans. But again, she's not our people. But since
right.
she is assuming the identity of a Black American woman, and she's influencing a lot of our women, we have to address her as she, is a Eve. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come on, you got it, King.
Yep. Exactly. Just like certain you have certain certain Edomites as well. Certain white men, and we see it all the time. Certain white men, certain Edomites, so-called white men, they want to assume the identity, right, of a Jake. You want to act like Jake. The heathen primarily. Ishmael. You got Ishmael in that thing. Elam, right? Edom. So you have all these other nations that they don't even gotta look like us, but they still want to be like us, right?
Mhm.
In terms
Right.
of the swag and whatever, right? Want to talk like us and walk like us, whatever. But they don't want to. Whenever it goes bad for them, they want to be like us. But when it comes to first fire, last hire, when it comes to oppression, when it comes to all these other things, these negative things, they don't want to do that. They don't want to deal with that though, right?
Mhm.
So this is what it's like. You know what I'm saying? If you want to act like you're us, then something bad happens. So you don't want to just, oh, nah, 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 nah. It, right? So yeah. And there's even this video real quick, Salakia. But I'm gonna play this real quick for for those that didn't see this video. But this is prior to her getting hit with a brick. I'm not sure how long ago this was before that, but this is prior to her getting hit, you know what I'm saying, with a brick. So, but
All
yeah,
right. You got the sound on, King?
oh yeah, Con, you can't hear it, huh? I gotta pull it up from the Salakia, from the Safari, Salakia. But yeah, I'm gonna let this play, right? I'm gonna let this play, and you're gonna see, right, how she's talking. Salakia, pull this up real quick, right? Because I mean, brothers have probably already had seen the other video of her talking about there's no reason why, right? So
I hope every Black woman is kissing another Black woman because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breastness, with our bodies. We're the ones. And the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody and we provide, baby. Okay.
So you see what she's saying, right?
Hope you catch a girl tonight, because I hope I
do. This is nasty spirit, man. Nasty spirit. And you know who she's talking to. She's not talking to the Somali woman, right? She's not talking to the Somalian woman, right? No, in Somalia, guess what? I never been there, but hey, I look. I got good reasons to believe they're not getting out like that. You understand? That's why she got to come over here and act like that.
Yeah.
Because over there, right? Hey, 9 times out of 10, man, they're not acting like that, man. Right? If I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, you got it.
I heard I was listening to somebody else's commentary on this. I heard a Somalian call in on this about this particular topic, and he said in their culture she wouldn't have gotten away with that. You know what I'm saying? He said if it was him, he would have threw that brick and a lot more if he was there. So
yeah,
you know, they get down with the, you know, abuse on women. You know what I'm saying? And she knows all too well that, you know, she'll have a certain amount of freedom over here in America as opposed to where she comes from. But you got it, King.
Yep, yep. Because these nations see that. They see that Babylon is that land. They call it the land of the free, right? The land to where I can express myself freely, right? It's the freedom of religion, do what you want type spirit, come as you are type spirit. That's the spirit of America. That's the spirit of Babylon the Great. That's why these nations are gravitated towards this place. All right. That's why this place is called Satan's seat, man, on a metaphorical level, right? Let's get. I'm gonna get let's get that precept real quick in Revelation 2, right? Real quick. All right. Revelation 2 and 14, right? Actually, Salakia. Where's this at? Actually, I wanted to get
20.
13. Salakia 13.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. It says the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 13. I know thy works and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is, and thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you where Satan dwelleth.
Right, Khan. So there's a place called Satan's seat. Now, in the context, it's really talking about the church that is in Pergamos, because in Pergamos you had a lot of wickedness going on, right? You know, fornication, you know, idolatry and things of that nature. But on a spiritual level, you can call Babylon the Great Satan's seat. All right. This is the mother of kingdoms, you know. I mean, this the mother of all whoredom and idolatry, this place called America. All right. So that's why these Somalian women have that privilege to come over here and usurp authority, or it's like usurp the nationality and the identity of the so-called black women, and really try to take upon, you know what I'm saying, the spirit of Eve, and just overdo it, honestly. I mean, she just overdoing it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's just, she's just overdoing it. So her message really is she kind of being an advocate, you know what I'm saying, in terms of a toxic femininity, and her message is really only towards the so-called black woman in America. That's why it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a problem. Because again, she's not saying that to the Somalian woman, right? She's saying that to, right, the so-called black women in America, all right, the Judites. But yeah, Khan, you had anything on that, King?
I got a precept here.
Okay, Khan.
I'll bring it out. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 57 and verse 4. Against whom do ye sport yourselves? Against whom make ye a wide mouth, and draw out the tongue? Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood, inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks. So this is something that the Most High stated against, oftentimes our women. You know what I'm saying? And we see her and her behavior, how she, was cackling. You know what I'm saying, with
Mhm.
with a lot of the stuff that she was doing, twerking, grinning. You know what I'm saying, tongue out. That's how our sisters do it, over here in America. You know what I'm saying? And the
Right.
Most High is, presenting the question to him, like, against whom do ye sport yourselves and draw out your tongue? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In your pride, you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, what you're gonna, see is your destruction. You know what I'm saying? So, every Eve that follows after this woman and has the same mindset is gonna fall right under the trap, you know what I'm saying, of her demise. You know what I'm saying? Of her pathways. You're gonna fall under that same, you know what I'm saying, umbrella, right? But you got it, King.
Yep. No, yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Um, so yeah, that nasty spirit gotta stop. And also, real quick, just touching on the Somalians, the people of Somalia, man, I mean, they're not our people, man.
At
All right.
all.
Yeah, they're not our people. They have this distinct look, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just like the Ethiopians, just like certain Eritreans as well, but
Mm,
really the East Africans, they got this distinct look,
mm.
right? Because first of all, they keep it in the family. You know, brother can tell you about how
Yeah,
they're just the Ethiopians, they don't mess with us, man.
they don't. They don't.
They don't mess with the Israelite men,
God.
right? They only deal with each other, and that's how they're able to keep their phenotype so strong. Is that's one of their beliefs or their customs is to keep it in the family. All right. But I'm gonna play this clip from this is actual Somalian dude, and he's
Mhm.
saying, look, Somalians are not black, right? There's a difference. So just don't take it from us. Take
Mm,
it from own Somalian himself. All right, let's play it.
I don't care if I'm the first person to say this, but us Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black.
He said there's a difference between Africans and blacks, right?
mm,
So we're not making it up. All
mm.
right. We're not making it all you pan Africanist, right? You know what I'm saying? Egyptologist, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Kemet, that you want to claim Africa, you want to claim being African. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But Africans don't consider y'all Africans,
At all.
right? They don't. Maybe some on West Africa might be like, yeah, y'all African come back and stuff like that. Okay, but we're literally getting this live from an East African himself, a Somalian, saying that there's a difference between the two. And the Bible teaches that too. All right.
Ask you a question. Are Moroccans and Egyptians black? Tradition, our history, our culture are so much more different compared to these other countries that are actually black. Joshua Bill, if you're not black, what are you? I'm Somali. Let me ask you a question. If you were to see a very dark Indian man, would he be identified as a black person or just an Indian?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly. So his point is that just because you see dark skin does not mean that they are so-called, black people. All right. And again, there's only one ethnic group upon the face of this planet that's labeled as black, right? That's labeled as so-called black people. That would be us over here on this side of the world, right? Somalians are not called. They don't call each other black, man. They call each other after what they are, Somalians. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Hell, hey, they might even say Kush in the spirit, right? But hey, guess what? They call themselves what they are, Somalians. Ethiopians call themselves Ethiopians, right? So they know who they are, man. They're not just saying, hey, black. So even Africans are saying that, look, man, there's a difference between the two. So yes, this woman is not us. She's a damn heathen, right? But again, we're bringing this out. We're kind of bringing this, bringing light to this matter because she's influencing our women. Sometimes, Judah can't tell the difference then there, and sometimes they don't even care. Eve in her ignorance is like, black is black. You know what I'm saying? I see a black person. Okay, you might be from Somalia, you might be from, what I'm saying, Nigeria, whatever, but it don't matter. Like, I consider you black in my eyes. That's how Eve is sometimes, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she can't tell the difference sometimes. She has to be taught what the difference is, thus saith the precepts, right? But let's get that in the Bible real quick, showing that there's a difference, man. All right, first of all, to kind of get that out the way,
Um,
right? Yeah, kind of let's get the classic Exodus 11:7. Now I also want to get that one in Genesis, right? Where they
right.
would with this. But you can go ahead and read it if you got it.
Come. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. But
Right.
against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right. So there's a clear distinction, a clear difference between the Israelites, right, and the Egyptians. Okay. Clear difference, man. Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 43 and 32. Right. Uh, this is all the way from the beginning, Genesis. All right. The damn Africans, the stinky Africans did not deal with us. Right.
Come.
And we didn't want to deal with them. All right. Let's read this real quick.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 43 and verse 32. And they
Mm-hmm.
set on for him by himself, and for them by themselves, and for the Egyptians which did eat with him by themselves,
Mm.
because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews, for that is an abomination unto the Egyptians.
Yeah, that's an abomination unto the Egyptians.
Right,
That's how these Egyptians, or I should say, Hamites, look at you. That's how they look at us, man.
right,
It's an abomination. They will never give their wife unto you, man. Right? I mean, it's like their woman unto you. It's like their daughters, right? They will never do that. That's an abomination unto them, man. Right? These you know what I'm saying, these black people over here, right? And Akata, yeah, they got words for us as well, man. They
Kata,
got words for us, yeah, Akata. You know what I'm saying?
Salakia, and
Yeah, you
where
got
he's from, that Somalian, the Eritreans, the
yeah.
Ethiopians, they call us Jafir. Jafir is another word for nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So yeah,
right. Yeah, right there. So they got words for us, man. Derogatory words for us. So we even see here in the Bible that it's an abomination for the Egyptians, right, to eat with the Hebrews, showing you that we are two different people, right? Two different people groups. Okay, we're Israelites. Hey, guess what? They're Hamites, meaning what? Descendants of Ham.
right.
Okay, and when you look at this, the spirit on this, this woman right here is just a nasty spirit. Is like you can tell, something's off. Like even when I first seen it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, is this Eve? I'm looking, I'm like, is this Eve? Like, the spirit is just off,
Yeah,
right? You could, what I'm saying? Like, Eve, like when you see Eve, like, yeah, that's Eve.
yeah,
But when I was watching the video myself, I was like, nah, man, it's something off, right? Her spirit is off, you know. Um, but again, some Eve can't tell, right? They
right.
just see again, they see a black face and they think automatically, yeah, that's my people, but that's not the case, right? And it just goes to show you that you cannot be following after these heathen. Don't follow the example of these heathen, man. Don't follow that, man. Right? You want to follow the example of your righteous foremothers, right?
Mhm.
Sarah, Rebecca, Leah. You understand? Rachel and their descendants. Esther, Judith. You have a lot of prime examples in the Bible of righteous Israelite women, Hebrew women that follow the commandments, that love their husbands, and that were endured into the end. You understand?
Mhm.
And that were honored because of that. The Lord said, real quick, let's get this quick precept in Proverbs 31 and verse 30, right? Proverbs 31 and verse 30, real quick, and then we can kind of keep going. But I mean, that whole chapter is called for women that want to aspire to righteousness.
Mhm.
And she even says right here, this woman, she says, is it on Twitter? I think it might be on Instagram, Salakia. But she said that she will never teach modesty onto her daughter, right? So Eve, don't ever, follow, what I'm saying, those examples. But
Mhm.
Let's bring out that precept in Proverbs 31 and verse 30.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 30.
Hmm.
Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
Right, a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. All right, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. You see that? A lot of women want to focus on their beauty all the time, right? They want to do that. They want to post provocative pictures on their Instagram, and they want to turn around and say men are disgusting, right? What do you? So why are you posting that on your stories? Why are you posting these provocative posts? If it's not for the likes, if it's not from the for the attention of men, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. But it says favor is deceitful, beauty is vain at the end of the day. The Lord doesn't care about the curves. He doesn't care about how beautiful you are. If you're a 9, you're a 10, you're 11, you're off the charts. The Lord doesn't care about that. It
Mhm.
says, but a woman that feared the Lord, she shall be praised. So at the end of the day, the woman that's actually down for Yahweh Shah, keeping the commandments, wearing her fringes, fearing the Most High, honoring her husband, she's going to be praised at the end of the day. Not in any of these women, not the brick woman. She's not going to be praised at the end of the day. In fact, she's getting ridiculed by her own people. All right. So yeah, it's that's what she. I mean, it's hard to say, right? But that's kind of what she gets. She's getting ridiculed by her own people, by her own Somalian people,
Yeah.
because she wants to rebel against her own people. So she's like, okay, yeah, now we don't. Hey, you're going to be ridiculed by us, right? If you want to go ahead and usurp the identity of these so-called disgusting Hebrews, right? Then go be like unto them, right? That's kind of how they treating her now, you know. But
Mm.
Salakia, you had a quick point on that.
Nah, you got it, King.
Okay, Khan, yeah. So I'm gonna put this up real quick on the Instagram, right? Salakia. I'm pull this up real quick on the Instagram, and I'm gonna show y'all, all right, the wicked spirit that is on upon this woman, all right? Because again, it's a lot of these Eve that's putting up for her. All right. It's really Eve that's putting up for her. I don't really see a lot of Somalian women kind of putting up for her. You understand? I don't see it. I'm looking at the comments. I see Eve like saying, "Oh, y'all just want to get on another black woman. Y'all just want to talk about another black woman, right? Hey, it's not a laughing matter. Y'all are disgusting." But all we saying is, look, you said you wanted to be equal. So if you say equal rights, equal fights, why should I have to butt in? Just because you a woman, right? Why should I have to risk my life just
Right.
because you're a woman that's inciting a danger? Because you're a woman trying to incite a problem, you're looking for problems. Guess what? You got it. You got it now. If you're going around looking for trouble and you got trouble, I can't pity you, right? You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Oh, Salaki, hold on. Okay, yeah, Khan, right here. So it's right here, right on the Instagram, and let's put this up. So it says, I also like her niece, not her daughter, but it says, I refuse to tell my niece to behave and dress modestly. Girl, stay main character energy. I will slay patriarchy instead. Less boogie. That's what
Yeah.
she said.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
she said she refuses to tell her niece to behave and dress modestly. That is literally, I mean, hey, that's evil. That's wicked. That's going to totally against the scriptures, right? It says stay main character energy. These modern feminists, they think that, I mean, the world revolves around them, and that mindset is going to get a lot of Eves destroyed. It's going to, the day of destruction is going to bring, I mean, a lot of awareness to a lot of these proud women out here that think that the world revolves around them when it doesn't, right? It
Mhm.
doesn't revolve around you. Okay. It says I'll slay patriarchy instead. All right, yeah. So we already seen that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just madness. And she a lesbo, man. All right.
Salakia, can we go back to that previous post with the niece?
Oh yeah. Yeah, meaning that, yeah, this one.
Yeah, just reading that one more time. It says, I refuse to tell my niece to behave and dress modestly. Right. I want to focus on that one. I just got a couple precepts for that one real fast. I'm gonna get this in Ezekiel. I believe it's what I want is chapter. Let me see real quick. 16. I think it's chapter 16 and verse 44, and it says, Behold, every one that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, As is the mother, so is her daughter. Now we know she said, it's her niece and everything, but nonetheless, we see it's a perpetual thing where these women are raising up the youth or the next generation of girls growing up to be, contrary into the laws of the Most High, contrary into modesty, contrary into covering themselves, you know what I'm saying, of a chaste spirit, contrary to all of these things, right? So the Bible says, look, everybody's going to use this proverb, right? As is the mother, so is her daughter, right? Even look back in the day, Juvenile had that song. She get a lot of ass, she get it from her mama, right? She got that attitude, she get it from her mama. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that was a
yeah.
song back in the day. So women, they take after their mother, their aunties, their grandmothers, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to mimic and imitate everything that they see. So this little girl is seeing her auntie and likely her mother as well twerking, you know what I'm saying, dressing immodestly, lewd behavior. Hey, she's gonna grow up to do the same thing. And who's the mother of all of these women? Hey, Babylon the Great is. You know what I'm saying? The mother of all harlots. You know what I'm saying? America, in a symbolic terminology, is immodest. You know what I'm saying? This great whore. Babylon is immodest, is a whore. You know what I'm saying? And presents herself, uncomely. You know what I'm saying? So likewise, all of the women that, reside over here, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna do the same exact thing. But I'm gonna hold it with that precept, King. But that last part though, real quick, it says, girl, stay main character energy. I'll slay patriarchy instead. Let's boogie. Right? So slaying patriarchy, what does that remind you of, man? Hey, that remind me of Jezebel, man. That
Yeah.
Jezebel spirit. What was Jezebel doing? She was slaying the patriarchy. She was slaying the prophets. You know what I'm saying? So much so, but I'm gonna get this precept real fast, and it's a bunch of them. Kings go. The Book of First Kings goes into it. The Chronicles, but I got this one right here. It says First Kings, chapter 18 and verse 13. Was it not told my Lord what I did when Jezebel slew the prophets of the Lord? How I hid 100 men of the Lord's prophets by 50 in a cave and fed them with bread and water. Right. So there was a time where, men had to be hidden, you know what I'm saying? Because Jezebel got into power, and this being a Hamitic woman, you know what I'm saying, a non-Israelite woman who assumed power over the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And what she tried to do was take off the bloodline, the lineage of the king. So everybody that was a descendant of the king, she was literally trying to kill him off, man. And that's what this damn wicked ass Hamite woman is trying to do by trying to destroy the so-called Black American, or who we know to be Judah, trying to destroy Judah, in his natural position that the Most High hath given us. You know what I'm saying? As kings upon this earth, as rulers, man, the scepter is not going to depart from Judah. That being the greatest of us all, Hamashiach Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? So she would even, I would dare to say, try to go against Hamashiach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and like the brother made clear, hey, this spirit got to die, man. So, be it through the will and spirit of the Most High God, Yahweh. So you got it, King.
Yeah, Khan. No, that's exactly right, man. That spirit, that same spirit that a wicked Jezebel is upon a lot of these so-called modern feminists of today. And a lot of our, wicked women of today, man. Evil Eve. So yeah, it's that same spirit of Jezebel. And so we even see also in the scriptures that Jezebel, I mean, she really was just running Ahab, man.
Yeah.
Ahab, she said, "Hey, wherefore art thou sad? I'm saying, what's wrong with you?" And Ahab's like, "Man, I wanted this field, but I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
God, no." And then she's like, "You know what?" And she said, "Get up, eat bread." She said, "Get up and eat bread," man. She telling him what to do, right? Literally just telling her husband just what to do. Get up, eat bread. Hey, shut up. I'm gonna take care of it. You know,
Salakia, like the Hamite, the Somalia woman said, she said, we run things.
yeah, con. Yeah.
We run
Yeah.
women run
Yeah,
it.
women run it. Yeah, con. And that's just crazy because I mean, if you want to get technical, these same feminists that are protesting, that are asking for equal rights and things of that nature, when we know they don't really want equal rights, right? But that's what they want to say it is, right? Equal rights. Who are they asking it to? Who are they asking it to?
To Zaddy.
You said what?
To Zaddy, the white man.
Yeah, Khan, exactly, Khan. Yeah, exactly. But the point is that they're asking it to a man.
Yeah.
You see that?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
if women really hold all this power, right? They're just so powerful, right? How come they haven't taken it from us, right? How come they haven't taken it from the so-called patriarchy that's ruling? How come that hasn't happened yet? If I mean the patriarchy has been ruling for thousands and thousands of years, how come you guys didn't have that power to coerce a man and force a man to submit to your rules and ideologies, and make it a not a patriarchy anymore, but woman, what do they call it, matriarchy? You know what I'm saying? So that's one point as well. But let me get this precept in Titus chapter 2 and verse number 3. It says that aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, right? It says you want to be a teacher of good things, man. That's how our women should be,
Right.
right? Not teachers of being disobedient. You know what I'm saying? And to just stay main character energy, right? What does that even mean, bro? What does that even mean? You
Boy.
know? Boy, that is just crazy. And as a brother, Leo said, "Hey, equal rights and equal lefts." I'm saying the rights and the lefts. You
God.
understand? Hey, you can't get mad if you talking about equal rights. Your brother kind of, how
Yeah.
you gonna get mad at that? Y'all in an argument. That's what happens with men all the time, bro. It's statistically proven that men are more likely to be prone to life-threatening attacks because men are the aggressors, right? Men are more likely to be aggressive. More men are more likely to be in fights, physical fights, because we're aggressors. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens daily. There's a fight all the time, daily. You know what I'm saying? In some place in the world, there's. I bet you it's gonna be a fight, right? And 9 times out of 10, that's a man. You know what I'm saying? Fighting. It wasn't until Eve started putting on this independent, gotta be strong all the time spirit, to where now you see Eve fighting. You know what I'm saying, with the hair, right,
Mm-hmm.
trying to square up and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying, on the ground, going like this. Hey, guess what? Our women wasn't doing that back then in the ancient world.
Right.
Our women wasn't damn fighting each other,
Mm.
right, trying to act like men. But we know why this spirit is upon our women. But let me get this real quick as well. I did want to go into. I did want to go. I did want to touch on through the spirit this as well. So let me go back to that Twitter. All right, let me go back to that Twitter. All right. So this is one of the men that supposedly was there when that night when she got hit with the brick. And again, if you didn't see the video, you can watch it. But again, the question that just still lies is that how come she recorded herself saying that she got hit with a brick, right? But there's no camera footage. There's no other footage of any other men that was standing around this whole altercation, right? Supposedly a man, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I mean, there's no other footage. That's just one question that it hasn't been answered yet, right? How come nobody else recorded the altercation? You know, but yeah. So
And it hit me in my.
I was one of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble?
yeah, you so he's saying that guess what? She was inciting it, right? And I was talking to her brother, this other day, but I was like, look, if I'm coming up to somebody, I'm like, look, man, hey, oh, what, you gonna hit me? Hit me then. Hit me right here. Hit me right here. And you know how Jake do that sometimes, man, right? Oh, you ain't gonna hit me, right? Hit me then. Hit me. You know what I'm saying? Kind of getting up in the brother's face. Hit me then. You're not gonna do it, pussy, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm doing that and I'm inciting the brother and I get socked in my jaw, then guess what? Am I to blame? Brother's gonna be like, look, I mean, brother, you was literally asking for it, dead ass. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we don't know the context. This brother's saying that he was there and that she was inciting it, right? And he do seem like he is Somalian as well. That he is, he don't seem like actual Jake from the States. I can tell like by his accent, right? But I mean, he was saying she was inciting it. So let me get this quick precept real quick. In Sirach, right?
Come on.
Let's read Sirach 12. Sirach chapter 12 and verse number 13.
Come on. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 12, in verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent,
Mm.
or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
So the Lord said, who's going to pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? A charmer is somebody that deals with snakes. You might have seen it in some of the older movies or whatever, but it would be that guy. He's kind of, charming with the flute and stuff, and it'll be a snake and stuff in front of him. But so the Lord said, are you going to really pity a charmer, somebody that's dealing with snakes all the time? If he gets bit, are you going to pity him? You're like, oh man, how could that ever happen? How could that ever happen? No, brother, if you're dealing with snakes all the time and you get bit, then I mean, I'm not going to pity you because I mean, that was bound to happen. That's what snakes do. They bite you. Right. So it's the same way. If somebody's inciting somebody to do something, saying, hit me then, I'm not going to do it. Right. This and the third. And I'm putting it on, because everybody's talking about the fact that you got hit in the head with a brick. Right. But Jake is not the type to literally, if he kind of hitting on the Eve and the Eve say no, right? He say, oh, let me get your number. She say no, right? And then that's it. Like if she just says no and she walks off, Jake is not finna pick up a brick, run to her, and then just smack her in the head with the brick. Brothers is not doing that. That is not Jake.
Wow.
That is not Jake. Jake is this. Jake is, hey, let me get your number. And you know what I'm saying? And she would say no. And Jake might ask again, and you know what I'm saying? But then if the answer really is no, then Jake is gonna be like, look, I mean, you wasn't even cute anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna use some words, right? I'm not gonna say it, but he's gonna use some words. He's gonna, kind of be like,
yeah.
Yeah, you got
it. That's spot on, because Jake might be a little harsher in his reaction to it, or he might not. He might just shrug it off like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got that. I'm always referring to something old school, but even then with that NWA song, they all of these dudes in the car, I forget how the lyrics go exactly, but it said they tried to holler at a girl. She didn't reply. They all just said F you, B, and they just kept rolling. You know what I'm saying? Jake ain't about to throw no brick at your face for
Yeah,
being rejected. It's just like Jake's got too much, they too gamed up for being upset over being rejected over one girl. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's Salaki, and I don't know if you're gonna bring it out. But even outside of this brother right here, there was a whole bunch of Somalians standing around watching her. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And
yeah.
allegedly, they say it was a Haitian man that threw the brick at her. Allegedly,
Okay. Yeah.
saying, but it wasn't Judah. It wasn't Judah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You got
Right.
it.
Yeah, con. I think I had seen that too, like the Haitian, something about a Haitian doing it. But I mean, yeah, con. So if that is true, you know what I'm saying, if it's a Haitian doing it, then guess what? It's not Judah, right? And as the brother said, like it's really directed towards this energy of being like black man is not doing anything, right? Black men, we got to be better than this, whatever. All this ridicule that we're receiving, that we as Judites in America are receiving from our own women of the same tribe, the same kingdom, um, Eve. I mean, it wasn't us.
Right.
It wasn't us. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily right our tribe, but if it was Levi, right, that is our nation,
Yeah.
but it wasn't our tribe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, con.
And
So,
we support Levi. So like,
like you said, what?
I said, and we support Levi, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
con.
But again, that's
Oh,
just
yeah,
allegedly that it was a Levite out there.
right, con.
It
Exactly.
has yet to be proven. So, but nonetheless, that's what was stated. So you got it.
Yep,
Can't do it.
yep, con. Exactly.
Really a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving her the attention that she was actually seeking for. I don't regret not standing up for her. If you look at some of the videos, I was there. I don't regret nothing whatsoever. Saying she deserved.
So,
Not saying that any man have a right to hit a woman.
yeah, so I mean, as he says in the video, he's saying, she don't really deserve it, right? But again, if you're looking for trouble, I mean, who's going to pity you when you actually receive that trouble, all right? And so that's what Eve, you got to understand is that, of course, you're going to have men out here that's just doing the most, right? I mean, we're not going to speak for all Israelite men, all right, in terms of that we're just all chill, all right, about things and that we can't receive correction or we can't receive rejection, I should say, right? Rejection. But the thing is that the majority of us can receive it. It can deal with it. But the small percentage of those that can't receive, what I'm saying, can't be rejected by a woman, and it just got to be a big deal. Those brothers are somewhat effeminate. You understand? Those brothers are somewhat effeminate. If they want to actually kind of come out their skin and, what I'm saying, just because a sister said no. But the thing is, a lot of these women that's trying to defend this Somalian woman, right? As this brother is bringing out, you don't know the whole story. You don't know the whole story. The brother said she was inciting it. So if she's inciting it, and again, she could have walked away. How come she didn't walk away? Right?
Right.
How come she was still there in the whatever that looked like a parking lot or whatever? How come she was still there? That's the question that nobody wants to ask. Like if I feel like my life is being threatened, if I feel like somebody is finna pick up a brick, what I'm saying, and stuff like that, finna hit me, I'm getting out of there. I'm not trying to just wait and see what happens,
Yeah.
right? Con and so again, believing in the Bible is going to teach you first of all to even prevent these situations, right? Proverbs 16:1 says, "A soft answer turneth away wrath, but a grievous word stir up anger." So if you inciting somebody, the scripture already told you that you gotta watch what you saying, right? You gotta watch what you saying because you don't know who you dealing with out here in this wicked world, right? That's why outside when you're, we got to be careful when we're just walking down the street. I'm not finna just be disrespectful to whoever I see. You know what I'm saying? Because if I do, right, who knows what's going to happen next? I could just be walking down the street and all of a sudden somebody just hit me in the head with something, right? Because I talked crap about this one dude last week, right? So you don't know. I mean, hey, guess what? So the Bible already prevent you. The Lord said, "He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life." Right. So you want to watch what you say. You don't want to just keep. You want to just speak proud words, because people that speak proud words are going to get abased. The Lord already taught you that, right? He already taught you that. Let me get this quick precept. Proverbs chapter Sirach 28 and verse number 24. Right, Sirach chapter 28 verse 24, real quick. Right, let's get that one.
I got you. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 24. Look that thou hedge thy possession about. Is that it?
Yeah, come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From the top, Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 24. Look that thou hedge thy possession about with thorns, and bind up thy silver and gold, and weigh thy words in a balance, and make a door and bar for thy mouth.
So you want to weigh your words in a balance. You know what I'm saying? You want to make a door and a bar for thy mouth. Talking to these E's especially, all right, that want to speak proud words. And again, this is not only to prevent yourself from danger. This is also to prevent you from the judgment of the Almighty, right? Because the Lord said, "Hey, guess what? Thou speakest words that thou shouldest not." You know what I'm saying? Hey, Job was getting on his wife when she was speaking wickedly, and that's another reason too. That's why you need a man, right? That's why you need a man, because that man is going to be there to tell you, like, yo, chill out, like you going off, like you speak as a foolish woman speaking right now. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's why the Lord created this union, called marriage, that a lot of, of our Eves don't desire. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't desire it, and some of them do desire it, but they don't have the characteristics in order to be eligible for such a matter, right? They still want to hold on to the single woman type vibe, but want to be married. That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work like that. You can't be kind of just the star of the show and be married, right? That's not how it works. So but again, yeah, that's why another reason why our women need guidance from men, from our men, because they're going to tell you, like, yo, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if she had a man with her, like her husband with her that night. I mean, this could have totally been avoided. You know what I'm saying? Totally been avoided. The dude that kind of had hit her in the head with a brick. I mean, if her man was right beside her, I don't think that he would have done that. I think that he would have seen the dude standing right next to her, and he would have been like, yeah, okay, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, come on. Because yeah, it's really just men that intimidate other men. You know what I'm saying? That's why, for example, when a woman is walking down the street or something like that, and a man asks her, for her number, things of that nature, a lot of times women might say, if she's not interested, she'll say, "Oh, I already have a boyfriend." You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a boyfriend, or I'm married, or something like that. So they have to, and even if they gotta lie, you know what I'm saying, they would say that, like, "Oh yeah, I already got a boyfriend," or I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And so they have to create this imaginary, man, in order to showcase to that man that, guess what, like, back off type thing, because I'm protected by a man already. So what that man is going to do, a respectful man, is going to be like, okay, yeah, cool, right? So yeah, again, that's why they got to do that. But yeah, you got something, King? on that?
Khan, just pointing out that she kind of made herself look like a hypocrite. For various reasons, because in a previous video prior to this incident, she stated what? We don't need men, we're the protectors, we're the providers, so on and so forth. But, on the flip side, after she got hit with the brick, oh, where's the black men? In her raspy,
Yeah,
nasty,
right,
wicked ass voice, where's the black men to help us? Where's
right.
the black men to protect us? Like, hold up. You can't, that's toxic right there.
Yeah,
Your verbal communication, you jump in the fence, playing the fence, when you need a black man for, if somebody else attacks you, if a man attacks you. But
mhm,
on the other hand, you don't need men for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get
yeah,
this right quick in Sirach chapter 1 and verse 29 real fast. And it says, be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. Right. So she's, obviously it
yeah,
didn't cross her mind what she had said previously. You know what I'm saying? So now she's a hypocrite in the sight of men. Everybody looking at her sideways because they've seen the previous videos of what she said about men. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody is, kind of side eyeing you more. I think more people than not is not, on her side. You know what I'm saying? You might got a lot of, women supporting her, but ultimately a lot of people is just giving her a side eye because of how she was speaking on men prior to this incident. And to go back to that chapter you was in Sirach chapter 12 and verse 1, and why the one brother said he didn't jump in,
mm,
he kind of had this spirit or this mindset upon him, right? It's a Sirach chapter 12 and verse 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. Salakia. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. So if you're gonna do some type of good or some type of, work that can be a benefit to you or somebody or to somebody else, you got to kind of know the person that you're gonna be helping first. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, like, you might
mm,
be seeing somebody getting attacked in the store. You might think it's just an unwarranted attack, not knowing this person probably molested their child or something, and this is why he's getting stomped out in the store or something right now. You know what I'm saying? So you got to
mm,
kind of know the person that you helping. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So for me personally, if I see a Eve getting attacked like by some white supremacists, I'll probably jump in regardless of what Eve may have done. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of you know
yep,
by chance or by whatever the situation may be. But in that situation, I don't know that Eve, and I'll
yeah,
probably just read the energy and seen like, nah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? This ain't my business. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying, in that situation. But you got it, King.
yeah. Nah, con for real, yeah, exactly. And the Lord did say, "My son, go in thy business in meekness." You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Kind of just, what I'm saying? Hey, of course we want to keep that law in Leviticus 19,
right,
15 on down, where it says, "Do not stand," it's saying against the blood of thy neighbor. So, but if we see again, if the brother said by some white supremacists, hey, I mean, we got really no choice at that
yeah,
point. But the thing is that this is different. First of
right,
all, she's not even our people, right?
right,
First of all, she's not even our people. Second of all, it's a matter of like it's a matter of, if I see an Eve inciting it and I see that she's running into danger, I mean, I'm like, look, I mean, what does that have to do with me? Right?
mhm,
If she's getting innocently attacked by somebody, right, that is just totally unjust. I mean, like, okay, con. And also, here's another thing too. Let's say those brothers, let's say everybody was an Israelite in this case, right? So those brothers that was standing by, who's going to bail them out if they helped?
right,
Let's say she getting attacked, and then now they got to risk their life, right, for you, who was just totally a bad influence on our women,
yeah,
right? Just totally a bad influence on our women, on our young women, what I'm saying, especially on our younger women. So you mean to tell me these men are going to sacrifice their life, or they're going to put their life on the line for you to save you? Because who are you, first of all,
right,
right? And then second of all, right? who's gonna pay for their bail money, right? Let's say they get hit in the head with a brick. Who's gonna pay for that, right? That hospital bill, right? Who's gonna pay for? I mean, so brothers got to think about this too. I mean, it's not really just, oh yeah, let me kind of jump in there, and because if they get that battery charge, let's say those brothers never got a charge in their life, now they got something on their record because they want to save you, who is such a bad influence for one on our women, right? It's not like this was some woman that is worth saving in the first place, right? But again, you know, the Lord made her to suffer that because of what she has done and said in times past. And also a mighty point from the brother Uzziah. I guess what he said, where is the women she was talking about? Because in that video, she said, women, we provide, we're the protectors.
Yeah.
So where's the women that is protecting her? Where's her women bodyguards at? You know what I'm saying? Where's her women bodyguards? I mean, non-existent.
Con, I'm gonna send you something right quick, King. This must be the women that she's talking about right here. I'm gonna send it to you right quick, and if you could pull it up, I'm try to do it real fast.
Okay, yeah. What's up?
Get the head to lead a number. I don't want the stress.
And this is another video of her as well.
Throw that ass for a bitch, then I'm a catch. Knock her down and pass around, joke the smoky up next.
It's just madness. It says not me winning twerking contest at age 32, a PhD that twerks. And yeah, so she's supposed to be PhD majored, right? So you mean to tell me that she has a PhD and she's acting like this? That is just madness. But yeah, Con, let me pull this up with the brother said.
So like I got a preset on that real fast. Not me winning a twerking contest at age 32. Proud of that, man. Proud of winning a twerking contest.
Right.
This is utter madness, man. This is
like BBL, man. Nah,
right. This is Sirach chapter 20 and verse 9. There is a sinner that hath good success in evil things, and there is a gain that turneth to loss. So she's not the only one that, you know, holds twerking in high regards. You got women out here that's saying it's an ancestral connection and spiritual connection. You're kind of shaking away all of the trauma that you suffered. I've heard this before. I've heard Eve say this before, man.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
And it's madness, man. But you know, and it's crazy. I'm gonna read it one more time. It says, "There is a sinner that hath good success in evil things." So for her, that's good success. That is success. She holds it in high regard. Hey, she won an award, man. She won a contest. You know, whatever the prize was. Hey, she had good success, but that's an evil thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's an evil thing to do, to, you know, show your body off like that. You know what I'm saying? And really that is Hamitic culture. All that twerking that comes from the Hamites. You know what I'm saying? When you go into really all of, you know, the prostitution and the strip culture, hey, that actually comes from the Hamites. You know what I'm saying? That's actually in the precepts. You know what I'm saying? We'll get those precepts for you later, though. Salaki, you got it, King.
Con, that's mighty. Mighty precept.
This damn thing. Damn thing.
There it is, nigga, right there. Dude. Send the Addy.
Oh my God. Sad.
Wow.
Salaki, so those are all women. All of them. Natural born women trying to assume the identity of a male.
Right.
You know, this is toxic. This is toxic femininity, right? Because no matter how many growth hormone, testosterone, hormonal pills you take, how many push-ups you do, how much weights you lift, you know, how many steroids you take, you know, no matter how much protein, big protein, you know, Beverly Hillbilly, Kendrick Lamar, 150 grams of protein. No matter how much you do, you're not a natural born male. You're
Right.
not. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got it, King.
Yeah, con. Yeah, that is just madness. That is madness, man. It's complete madness. And so, you know, you got two different types of lesbos, man. You know, you got the one type that is just, you know, her type,
Yeah.
right? Not Eve right here. All right,
No,
you got beautiful Eve right here.
right.
All
Beautiful
right,
Eve.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about that. Right, I'm talking about this. Hey, this is
Right.
badness, man. Right. But I'm talking about it's like that's that one type, and this is the second type, right here. So, and also real quick, you know, according to um this real quick, it says Islam. This is from Google, right? It says Islam is the dominant religion of Somalia, practiced by over 99% of the population. So 99% of the population of people in Somalia are Islamic, are Muslims. So
Mm.
you think Muslims are going to have this? You think Muslims are approving of this woman right here, this Somalian woman, right? La right? La man, right? You think they're supportive of women with women? No. When it comes to what do you call it? When it comes to certain laws like that, who you can and cannot, you know what I'm saying, lay with and things of that nature, you know, homosexuality, right? Between, you know, both sexes, guess what? I mean, Islam and the Bible agree on that, right? You see what they doing in damn Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just recently too, there was that woman, if I'm not mistaken, in Dubai, right? That was what was she? She was locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of know about that because she was if I'm not mistaken, she was just yelling, basically,
Yeah.
kind of
I
just
think it
being a
was
neck.
a car rentals place.
Okay.
Something of that degree, but nonetheless, yeah, she was yelling at a guy. I mean, that's not gonna fly over there, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's not going to fly. So they're not taking that in these Islamic countries, man. That's why she not doing that in Somalia again, right? But again, yeah, that is just madness, right? And again, you know, I do think, you know, personally that it's not real, like, you know, it's a BBL as well. So she paying money just to have that, right? Right. But Khan, and so also I want to play this video from, you know, what appears to be a real Eve, you know what I'm saying? Um again, I don't know, but she does seem like she was from here, right?
No man should put his hands
Yeah.
on a woman.
Yeah, she's from it.
We desire
Yeah,
protection, but
see that?
sometimes what we don't understand is that true protection comes with a level of control. Bodyguards are a good example. A bodyguard will make their client leave from a dangerous place. The bodyguard has to know all the details: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And the client has to listen to the bodyguard and follow the instruction that the bodyguard gives them. It's really an agreement between all parties involved. When the person who needs protecting does not follow the instruction and the direction of the protector, it puts the protector in a situation where they're more likely to lose their life. I have four brothers and a father, and I listen to their instruction even when they're not around. They have told me to stay away from certain places if I'm by myself or if it's late at night. They've also advised me not to be drunk or high in certain situations.
Mm,
Even though my brothers, my dad, and the men in my life protect me, I in turn protect them by listening to them and
Mm.
follow their instruction. They don't have to come to my defense in some wild scenario because if I listened to them, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. And this is another thing I feel like is pertinent to say, and I know folks ain't gonna like this one. I don't have sons right now, but when I do have sons, I'm gonna teach them that there's a difference between diamonds and dirt and rubies and rocks. Rubies and diamonds are often in jewelry stores. They're in glass cases, they're secured, there's an alarm system, there's a lot of layers of protection because those things are valuable. But you could pull over to the side of the road and find some dirt and rocks. Expecting a man to risk his well being, his future, and his life on someone who does not see value in themselves or the man is asinine. That's a very asinine thing to ask. All I'm saying is protection comes with a little bit of sacrifice, it comes with a little bit of control. And me personally, I feel that what I have to sacrifice and the amount of control I have to give up is 100% worth it to receive the protection that I've been getting my whole life.
Mm.
Right.
Damn.
Mighty. Salaki, I like what she said about, the protection aspect.
Yeah.
How she has brothers and the father, and they protect her. You know what I'm saying? And in turn, she protects them by listening. You know what I'm saying? That's the key thing. I mean, this is why the Most High gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, man. He wants us to listen more than we speak. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But let me get this precept right quick. And Let me go to Proverbs real fast. Proverbs chapter 15, and I'm going to read verse 10. And it says, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. Right? So the Most High, makes it plain. If you hate to be corrected or you hate to be instructed in
Mm-hmm.
a righteous path, you hate for somebody to instruct you on how to go down a righteous path, your end outcome is going to be death. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because you're choosing to, rebel. You know what I'm saying? You're choosing against rebel against wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And wisdom will hide her, herself from you if you reject it. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes, I mean, you got your father, your brothers, they've been here for, if her brothers are older, but her father definitely. You know what I'm saying? He's there to give you wisdom. He's there to pass down knowledge. He's there to pass down information to you. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to take heed to those things. And even oftentimes the Bible talks about the relationship of a father and how he should be with his daughter. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take heed, sisters, and
Yep.
and not be stubborn in receiving correction or receiving instruction. Don't be
Mm.
stubborn in receiving instruction. So, lucky you got it, King.
Yep. That's a beautiful point, King. Beautiful point, and very beautiful points given. You know what I'm saying, from our sister. Um, I'm not sure her name, but yeah,
Judite, I
She,
believe it's Erica. I can't remember her last name, but she is a Muslim. But so
okay.
she has some great qualities about her. She just got to come home
Yeah,
to be an
exactly.
Israelite.
Yep, just got to come home, man. You know what I'm saying? It's as much as, you know what I'm saying, we don't agree with Islam in terms of the doctrine, but it's better for our women to be, you know what I'm saying, covered with Islam, than it is for them to just be free will, nilly out here, do as thou wilt spirit. You know what I'm
Come,
saying? And because at least Islam teaches you got to be modest. At
yeah.
least Islam teaches you that the man, you know what I'm saying, he's the head. You got to report to him. And so these aspects would, when they have that in their mind, hey, guess what? The Lord could just be leading her into Islam. Then she got that Islam aspect in her mind already. She coming into this truth. You know what I'm saying? She coming to this truth. It's going to be easy for her, right? It's going to be easy thing instead of just coming straight out the world, right?
Come.
But I'm making this precept too. Let's go to Proverbs 11 verse 22. I can read it real quick. Proverbs 11 verse 22 says, "As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, Slakia, so is a fair woman which is without discretion." Right? So, this goes for a lot of our women, you know what I'm saying, that is just totally just free will, nilly. And you know what I'm saying? The Lord calls our women, beautiful, just as Judith was called beautiful, right? What do they say about Judith? They say, what nation could hate such, you know what I'm saying, such a nation, right? With beautiful women as this, right? So that's how they were speaking about our women, man, especially Judith. But we see that our women, they're fair, but they're without discretion, right? And as her sister was bringing out, she said, look, I'm told, you know what I'm saying, where I can't go because it just makes sense not to be in certain places at certain times. hey, guess what? Even as a man, and a Shalamah could probably agree too, we're not finna just be anywhere at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already know there's certain places you don't go. You know what I'm saying? When it reaches a certain time, man. And
Right.
I mean, we're men, so I mean, much more women. You know what I'm saying? How much more women? And the spirit that's on our women nowadays is that since they are the protectors, as a you know what I'm saying, they are the you know what I'm saying powerful, right? They can't be stopped. So if that's the case, I can go anywhere I want at any time. That's their mindset. Like I can go anywhere at any time because I am the protect. I am a fighter. I am a, you know what I'm saying, like this independent woman. You can't tell me what to do. If I want to go to that club at 3 a.m. by myself, I'm gonna go. Right? That's that spirit. That's that wicked spirit. But again, it says a jewel of gold and a swine's snout. A jewel of gold. That's the Israelite woman, right?
Right.
She is a jewel of gold. But if you're an Israelite woman and you don't have discretion, what does discretion mean? Let's kind of look that up. Trying to look that up real quick, King.
Con.
Right?
You said discretion?
Yeah. Let's kind of look that up for the spirit.
Con, it says discretion. The
Just
quality.
on the Google.
Yeah, you want it on Google or you want it on Strong's? Okay.
Google's fine.
It says the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. She knew she could rely on his discretion.
So that's the definition of discretion. It says the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense. Right? So again, you know, a woman that's without that, a woman that's without discretion, and also discretion can go into what, as it says right here, circumspection, care, carefulness, caution, right? Prudence, you know, judgment. You know what I'm saying? Should I go over here? Should I go to this club? Should I be arguing with this man late at night with all these men around? Should I be doing that? You see, like that's what women need. Like that's what our women need is discretion, right? And they may not be able to get that without a man, right? A man of discretion alongside them. That's why the Lord set it up from the beginning in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, and 16th verse. The Lord said, and to he shall be your desire. Kind of, so like, let's read that real quick, right? He shall rule over thee. It's not because the Lord hate women, right? And that he's misogynistic. It's set up for, you know what I'm saying, the benefit, the welfare of the household. Kind of, let's read that real quick.
Con. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 3, and verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
You see that? And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And so again, we're just putting that out there. The Lord is not saying that because it's misogynistic. Misogynistic means the hatred of women. The Lord does not hate his own women, right? He does not hate his own women. And guess what? Shalamah and we Hebrew Israelites do not advocate, it's like advocate for the violence and hatred against our own women. We don't advocate for that, right? So what is it talking about? It's just saying that the man is going to be having that wisdom or that discretion, that judgment, right? Because let's get that real quick in Proverbs chapter 8, right? Go to Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 4.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, and verse 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men.
So wisdom's voice is actually to the sons of men. Yeah, no doubt. Wisdom also is to women as well, but it's primarily to the men, right? That's why you have the 12 apostles, right? One of the 12 wisest men, right? And mighty men that walked upon the earth. Guess what? They're men, right? They're men. You have Yahushua, he's a man. You know, Solomon, he's a man. These are great kings. You know what I'm saying? You have David, very wise man, right? You have again, you know, the 144,000, the elect, right? The elect of the elect. governing body of Israel, they are men. You see that? And the reason for that is because wisdom is primarily given unto the men. That's why they're set up to be the teachers. They're set up to be the leaders, because as a leader, you need to know how to have discretion. Discretion is damn near probably one of the most discretion and decision making. Those go hand in hand. Like, you need to know how to make decisions as a leader, and the correct decisions. And so that's why the Lord set it up that way, for the man to be in the forefront, because he's really going to be given the spirit of wisdom. He's really going to be given the
Oh boy, Satan trying to take him out. Bear with us. All right, so the brother's gonna have to hop back on again. Oh man, Satan want to take away the word, but all praises Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, for the word going out and coming forth strong. You know what I'm saying? So we know what Satan is gonna do. But I got a couple of precepts to add on. Let me back off of what the brother was saying. Shout out to the brothers in the chat. Soldiers of Yahweh Shai. Yeah, you got to be cautious when you're hitting these streets, man. The brother said that's facts. I was catching the bus 11 p.m., almost 12 midnight, and got robbers surrounded. I learned my lesson since then. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be cautious of your surroundings and what's going on, and understand when to get up out of there, man. I like to bring out that precept in Jeremiah often. Jeremiah 8:7. Salakia, King, you back on. You want to finish your point, King?
yeah, nah, kind of Salakia. Again, it's doing it, but we're just gonna deal with it. Yeah, Khan, no, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I was just gonna finish my point saying that, yeah, I mean, it's really going to be the men that's going to have that discretion, that's really going to have judgment, and that's why that Eve was even bringing that out, that she still listens to her brothers and her father, even when they're even not around. She still listens to them. Right? Because she understands full well that they have that spirit of discretion. Not saying that women can't make decisions, right? Not saying that. I'm saying that, guess what? In the Bible, the spirit of wisdom was primarily given unto the men. The kind, you got it.
God, no, yeah, I was just landing back, after what you were saying, but this is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right, so a classic precept. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is, it's letting you're gonna kind of you're gonna read the room, you're gonna read the energy, feel the energy. The Most High, he gives you signs, man. He lets you know when it's time to get up out of there. For instance, David, David seen for, he knew he was gonna have to walk past a king, I forget, in another land. I believe that's like somewhere around 1 Samuel 28 through 30, where he had to feign himself as being a madman.
Yeah.
So he foresaw the evil. You know what I'm saying? And he had to, pass by, but the Most High gave him, showed him a wise thing to do so that he, could keep his life. You know what I'm saying? So that's Proverbs 22 and 3. And I did have another one, but I forgot it. So you got it, King.
Okay, yeah, calm. Yep. Hey, brother said, oh, Salaki, Shalom, soldiers of Yahweh Shah, Salaki, Shalom. And Shalom to everyone that's tuning in as well. Okay. But it says, Khan, facts, Eve today don't want to listen to nothing. This Eve that just spoke is rare. Yeah, Khan, exactly. You have, I would say a remnant of Eve that's, I would say really outside of this truth that speak like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're kind of waking up and realizing the fact that, okay, yeah, kind of got to put my pride down. You know what I'm saying? Kind of got to humble down and understand that, hey, it's not always about me. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about me, right? And also the brother said, that's facts. I was catching a bus 11 p.m., almost 12 midnight, and got robbers surrounded. I learned my lesson since then. Yeah, even brothers is understanding that, guess what? Yeah, we're not going to be outside, right? For example, brother, might live in Southeast LA. Brothers already know what gas station not to pull up to, right? What gas station what you know what I'm saying? What do I look like in the Crips neighborhood, wherever they may be at, and I'm dressed up all red rags, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know, whatever they say, man. Right?
Yeah.
Whatever they say, what do
God.
I look like doing that? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I just look like a fool. Who's gonna pity me? Right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna speak out and do a reaction video and say, hey, this brother was unjustly killed, right? Because I mean, guess what? They just want to see it as another statistic. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
just another, you know what I'm saying, you know, black on black crime, so called, right? A blood in the wrong neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or, you know, whatever. Like, so nobody's gonna pity me. So again, you know, with Eve's like, look, you know, that have that exhibit the spirit, uh, you know, you have to understand that you gotta humble down. You know what I'm saying? We have to humble down to these precepts. All right. We have to humble down. You know.
Salaki, I got a preset real fast.
Uh,
And all of these are toxic femininity or femininity
mm,
traits right here. So, but I actually, you know what? I want to get the word right quick. Um, I just want to get the definition, I guess, for feminine. I just kind of want to see what it says.
okay.
Man. Right? Let me see what it says real fast. It says having qualities or an appearance traditionally associated with women or girls. A feminine frilled blouse, right? Of or denoting a gender of nouns and adjectives, or the first one was good. This is regarded as female. Okay, so now real fast, let me look up feminism. Feminism, right? Uh,
Come.
or feminist, right? Because it seems like it's two different things, right? An advocate of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes, a person who supports feminism. There are a million types of different women who consider themselves feminists but don't have the same agenda, right? So, but
Oh yeah, that's
to
true.
be feminine and to be a feminist, it's really two different things, man. Feminine is, like I said, relating to that of the specific gender, that being female. When you talk about feminine, you look at, a woman in her natural essence, her feminine ways. You know what I'm saying? Caring about, her beauty, her,
Mm-hmm.
apparel, how she's dressing, how, the certain, the body language, you read in her body language, all of that is you looking at her in her natural essence as a woman, feminine, right? A feminist is something entirely different. You know what I'm saying? That's something that they're trying to make themselves, they say equal to, but they really want to catapult themselves to that above a man. And even then, I want to show this earlier, actually. This is what we on the brink of right here. If you can see this real fast, oh, Salakia, probably because of my background. But I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you right quick, King. Oh,
Yeah,
but you're not on the.
yeah. I can't. My Wi-Fi is down again, man. So
Okay.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it's wrong.
nonetheless, I'll read it. It says, Vice President Kamala Harris says she may have to take over as president of the USA and is ready to do so. You know what
Damn.
I'm saying? These women gonna go crazy if that happens. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
going, a woman as president. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Especially, they treat her as a black woman. You know what I'm saying? But she had it on her birth certificate that she was white. But nonetheless, I'm gonna bring out this precept, and this is all of the toxic traits, especially of what we see of the Western, American woman, right? First Timothy chapter 5 and verse 13. It says, "And withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house." Right. So, and that was one of the things that we see from that Somalian woman. She's outside, like they say, I'm outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's working, she's on the ground, she's teaching her little niece how to do the same thing. She's dressed immodest. His
Mm.
brother says she got the big old BBL. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So she's outside, right? And with all they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not, right? It says, I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, for some are already turned aside after Satan. right? So all of these things, man, and you got a lot of women that refuse to marry, man.
Yeah.
I believe somewhere in Timothy it talks about that. You're gonna have people in the last days that's forbidding to marry. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of our people that's like that, not knowing really, truthfully, what marriage is. You know what I'm saying? But these are all toxic traits that we see from the American woman over here. You know what I'm saying? And God is not for any of these traits. So if you, as a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American woman, have these qualities or traits about you, it would behoove you to change yourself and to move according to the word of the Most High. Or, I mean, we're going to beat you over the head with it. Death is going to be your outcome. Death by pain.
Mm.
You got it, King.
Yeah, Khan. No, I mean the scriptures speak it plainly as well, man. Scriptures speak it plainly. The Lord said, "Rise ye up, ye women that are at ease." You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because a lot of our women are at ease right now, man. This society makes it so easy. You know what I'm saying, for a woman nowadays just to get the upper hand, right? Because as I was, giving out to the brother as well, guess what? The statistics speak for itself. Men are more likely to commit suicide, right? Let's pull up this article real quick, right? Because women always want to, because the reason why, let's go back to the origin, right? The reason why, right, women are on this agenda, right, of feminism is because they feel as though they are oppressed. That's the only reason why they're on this agenda to fight for so-called equality, but they really want superiority, right? That's the only reason why they're doing this. They feel as though they're oppressed. They feel that as though that because the reason why I have to report to my husband, that's oppression,
Yeah.
right? They see that as oppression, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I remember I seen a video of Eve talking about, oh yeah, what I'm saying, this man expects me to cook and clean. What am I, a slave? Right? Eve, what are you talking about? Like, have you not seen the movies? Like, what our forefathers and foremothers had to go through? Guess what, man? And our ancestors would be rolling in their graves if they heard that. That shit. You comparing you, so basically, you cooking and cleaning for your husband, a man that you love,
Yeah.
is slavery to you, right?
Right.
That's slavery, right? That's captivity. Just madness, man. Complete total madness. But again, but the reason why they fight on this feminist movement is because they want equality, but they really want superiority, right? The thing
Mm-hmm.
is, right? The thing is, this society is not oppressive towards women at all, right? But they still feel like they're oppressed. Anyways, but it says, let's go to so it says, why is suicide so high amongst men? So if they want equality, how come they don't want to equalize this? It says what? Um, it says, hold on, real quick. I was reading this and it had a certain paragraph, right? Yeah, con. Well, it says basically, essentially, it said over 70%, right? Over 70% of suicides are done by men, right? They're done by men. 77% of suicides are done by men. So men are more likely to commit suicide. Men are more likely to be homeless. Men are more likely to work in dangerous jobs, right? Men are more likely, it's like 99% of bricklayers are men. They don't want to equalize that though,
Right.
right? There's more women in social sciences, humanities, and colleges and universities in the nation, right, than there are men. But they don't want to equalize that though. Men are more likely to drop out of school, but they don't want to equalize that either. So whenever it benefits them, then it's cool. But they don't want to equalize everything. So it's really, they don't want equality. They really want to usurp the authority over the man.
Mm.
The Bible teaches against that. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's not going to happen anyway, right? It's not going to happen. But we have to just put this out there for our Eves that think it's going to happen,
Yeah.
right? Because hey, guess what? The days of evil are coming, and the study even shows too. When you look at Naked and Afraid, for example, you look at Naked and Afraid, or they had those shows back in the 2000s, right? If I'm not mistaken, about how they would have certain people on the island and they would kind of just live off the island and stuff like that. And the TV show would essentially record them living on the island, trying to survive and trying to survive it out. So essentially, what would happen is once you go back in time, well, not go back in time, but once society goes back into its primitive state, right? Men will become the hunters and gatherers, just like how what I'm saying it was before, and women would submit to their own estate, right? She would submit to her own estate. So that's what happens a lot of times. You watch these shows that have these people on the island. A lot of times, women would just resort back to their own estate, right? And you see the men building stuff. You see the men having a good time. I seen that video, man. Right?
Mm.
I see that. I saw that video. It was men. They was having a good time on the island. They had built a boat. They had built tents. You know what I'm saying? Shelter. They had the fire going. They was cooking. Right? But you had the women over here trying to do that, but they was fighting amongst each other. They didn't know how to build anything. You know what I'm saying? They had nothing to eat. So they just was like, hey, let's just go back to let's just go back to where the men is,
Right.
right? So once the days of evil come to pass, all this pride is going to be put down, right? All this pride is going to be put down. Um, Brother said, if she becomes president, she's going to get mad one day and push that nuke button. Yeah,
Yeah.
come on. Hey, probably the first day in office, she's going to get triggered and she's going to say, nah, just do it. I'm going to push the button.
Salakia, not before she does some more damage to black men in America, because she
Yo,
got
yeah.
a nasty track record of locking Jakes up in the Bay Area, before assuming this
Yep.
position as a vice president.
Yep.
Even so much so, there was one man that was I think his name was Jamal Truelove. He was wrongfully convicted of a crime he didn't commit, and he was actually awarded 10 million. But that's just one case out of the thousands that she was at the head of convicting. So she's definitely gonna you know go hard on Jake if she get in. So
Yep.
before she pushed that button, she definitely gonna push the button. But
Hey,
not
come.
before she kills some niggas.
Yeah, yeah. You see that? You see that? Hey, most definitely. You know,
Look, she'll bring about that Jacob's trouble for sure.
Khan. Yeah, I mean that was even prophesied by that one president. I forgot his name, but he said that basically he was asked. Well, I forgot the question he was asked essentially, but this is on YouTube. You can watch it.
Yeah.
He literally had said that. Yeah, so basically it's going to be a president, a male president, but he's going to be unable, what I'm saying, to be president anymore, right? And so when he becomes unable to be president, like he's unhealthy or something like that, where he might die, right? It's going to be a woman vice president that steps up.
Mm.
So it's going to be a woman vice president, and once that president is incompetent to be president anymore, that vice president is going to step up per the I forgot which amendment that exactly is, but yeah.
Yeah.
So the vice president becomes president at that point. And so who at that time, let's say if Joe Biden passes away and Kamala Harris is next in line in terms of the presidency. So if he passes away or he can't run for president, or so like he can't be president anymore, then guess what? It's going to be Kamala Harris in the presidency, and then in the vice presidency is going to be Nancy Pelosi.
Mm.
Right. So, I mean, and so that president, I forgot that his name, had even prophesied that way before
Yeah.
Joe Biden's presidency. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah, we'll see how it plays out. And it's
Right.
very
Right.
possible how people are talking about Sleepy Joe. He's sleeping in Hawaii and he can't even, you know what I'm saying, finish a sentence. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
Khan. Just the king said, now if Kamala becomes president, Eve will officially become uncontrollable. I see
Mm.
all hell breaking loose before that happens, though. Yeah,
Mhm.
come. Yeah, Eve will be, uncontrollable. You got Sexy Red out
Yeah.
here. Sexy
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah.
What's the
Lotto,
other? Lotto.
Meg the Stallion.
Meg
You
the,
got
yeah, Meg the Stallion.
yeah, it's a lot going on.
Coochie, what's her name? Kuchihana?
Sukiyana.
Sukihana.
Sukiyana.
Yeah, Sukihana.
Um,
Right. You know what I'm saying?
The
Yeah.
list is endless, man. There's so many.
So many. Yeah.
So
So many.
yeah.
Yep. So yeah.
Glorilla.
Yeah. Con. Glorilla. Yeah. 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 You got a lot out here. And again, this femininity stuff and this privileged type aspect, like, it just goes on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? We could be here all day talking about all the stuff, all the double standards that they have,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, people have interviewed women, right, in Babylon the Great, you know what I'm saying, just outside and stuff. They say, how much does a man for you to marry your husband have to make? And they will be like, yeah, like 400,000.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me
Mm-hmm.
that your husband has to be making 400,000,
Oh,
right?
man.
For you to, you know what I'm saying, y'all to
Crazy.
be together. 400,000. That is
Yeah,
crazy. Or someone saying, hey, yeah, like six figures.
right.
6 figures, man. You got to be making 6 figures. If you're not making figures, then don't even talk to me. Like, who are you? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Type thing. Like, that is crazy. And the percentage of men that make 6 figures in the United States is literally, um the percentage is low. I'll tell you that. That make 6 figures by themselves. It's not like a community thing. Like, it's just by themselves.
Right.
So yeah, even that percentage is low. So it's a lot of double standards that they have, right?
Mm-hmm.
But but if we say, oh no, a woman for me, she got to be making like, you know what I'm saying, or she got to be this tall, or she got to have, in terms of the body counts, right?
Oh,
We
yeah.
want to talk about the body counts, right?
They get
Then
upset. They say, why are you today in 2023 caring about a woman's body count? That's
yeah,
what
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And they want to say that, oh, if you're not 6'5",
oh yeah.
right? If you're not 6'5", you're not making 6 figures, don't even talk to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? The big 3 6s, right?
Oh yeah. Six
That is
figures,
just mad.
six
Yeah,
five, six
right.
six.
Yeah, this is bad. That's the number of the beast,
Right.
right? Literally the number of the beast. But yeah, so there's a lot of double standards that that there's in the earth. And so let me get this precept. All right. This is the book of Isaiah, right? This thing, I mean, scriptures, women don't really want to read this precept, man. Kind of want to blot it out with the black ink. But let's get Isaiah 4:1.
Oh, Salaki, I got you. Salaki.
Uh-huh. No, you good, yeah.
Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach.
Mm, you see that? She said, "Hey, I'll eat my own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by the name to take away our approach." So 4 women are going to, slack it, 7 women are going to take hold on one man in that day. And the days of all hell breaking loose, right? Because all this femininity again, right? They're proud right now because they got food, they got water, they got systems that help women in need, right? I mean, Babylon is set up like that to extol the women, right? And to replace her as the head of the house. I mean, it's like you replace the man as the head of the house. That's what Babylon is doing right now,
Oh yeah.
right? Yeah, even in all the way in Spain, you got that same spirit. Because there's a video. Hold on, let me just pull that up real quick as well. All right, they're speaking Spanish, but you know, I believe this is in Spain, if not mistaken.
Hmm.
Right? They even they kind of got that same spirit, but not all of them. I would say the younger generation, as you can see in the video, but um, it still is kind of touching to other countries as well, other Edomitic countries, but not places like Kenya, places like um
Man, damn. Got the brother right back on.
Yeah, kind of lucky.
Yeah.
I'll right back on to the spirit. So I got it right here. Let me kind of just turn my camera. You know, we finna close out in a little bit, right? Okay, con. So I got it right here, right? You can see it.
Yep.
Okay, con. So I believe this is in Spain, right? So wait, so basically, she asked these two, these two women, like who's the head of the household, basically, who's the head of the house, who runs the house, and they said la mujer, which means the woman. So they're saying, hey, guess what, the women run the house, and as you can see, they're two young individuals, but the older woman says this. She's saying the man. This older woman saying the man. She said the man. She said my husband orders me, right? She said me manda. He orders me around, and she also goes to say, she quotes the Bible. She says when you read the word, right? The word says, guess what? The head of the house is the man, right? So I mean, they're still holding up to certain tenets, but the younger generation is really what Satan is after, right? Satan is not really after the older generation, right? Satan is really after this younger generation. That's why I always say this world is driven towards the young, not really driven towards the old that's already lived out their days, right? That's why in Ecclesiastes, real quick, I'm gonna get this precept. Salakia, real quick. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So again, a lot of them are, a lot of these women are younger women that have this nasty spirit upon them, the spirit of individualism, the spirit of I can do it on my own, I don't need a man. Guess what? I go to college, man. I encounter them all the time. You think these women in college is saying I need a husband, right? To follow, they're not saying that, man. They're saying, hey, guess what? I got it on my own. I'm gonna do it on my own. And what happens is a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, that creates this independent spirit to where they see it as a 50-50. They see it as I don't need to listen to you type thing, right? But yeah, that's what happens, right? And the brother also pulled Ezekiel 13 and 17, right? Let's see, right? I can pull that real quick. Let's see what that says. Ezekiel 13 and verse 17 says, likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy of their own heart, and prophesy out, and prophesy thou against them. Yeah, no, that's a good precept, right? That's a good precept, man. They prophesy out of their own heart. They fall in their own heart. That's what the problem is.
Okay.
Right? And it's crazy too. Like when you look up Believer to Beaver days, right? When you look up like the 1950s, it's so crazy how Avalon has changed in that period of time. It's just crazy. Like you look at you look at, like, I encourage brothers, man. Look at a 1950s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ads, for example. I seen a 1950 ad that said, in terms of what was it, Mother's Day, to buy, or it's like you buy your wife a vacuum, right? Hey, guess what? Say that in 2023, right? Say that in 2020. Yeah, I'm gonna give my wife a vacuum, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, what? So she's just a maid, right? She's just a slave, right? Right? Because you know what I'm saying, like, bro. But yeah, this is, I mean, it was normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would cherish that vacuum. Like, okay, like, hey, I can clean the house better, right? There's even ads about like the woman is kneeling down at her husband's like the foot of the bed type thing, right? At the edge of the bed, she's kneeling down and serving it. So those are the type of ads that was prevalent in 1950s Babylon. That's when Babylon was at its peak, right? 40s, 50s, right? Economy was good, this and the third. They had the Israelites under subjection. You know what I'm saying? It was good for Babylon, but now Babylon is just totally messed up, right? Totally messed up. All praise to the Most High, because that just shows you, you know, what time we're living in. But yeah, Khan, all praises, man. Brother, had anything else on that?
Khan, you know, I'll make it one point, and then I got a precept. My grandfather, man, he was he was he was a tough guy. So he was the type of person that I know. My mom told me one story of him buying a gift for somebody before this girl, and it was a treadmill. She was a heavy woman, and he got her a treadmill as a gift. You know what I'm saying? So that let you know what type of man he was, man. Hey, look, hey, somebody telling you to, lose some weight, man. That's something you probably should take heed in. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, they was a lot more stern, definitely in those times, man. But I had this precept right here. It goes along perfectly with the women of today, the women in America, Babylon the Great. And I'm gonna read various points and keep dropping down to the main point overall. But this is the book of Esther, chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 15, but I'm gonna give a little synopsis because it starts a little earlier than that. So Vashti was the queen of the Medo-Persian Empire, and she kind of led a rebellion against her husband, the king, and all of the women up under her kind of did the same with their husbands. You know what I'm saying? So this is Esther chapter 1 and verse 15. This is what the king and his men were saying about the queen. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to law, because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamberlains? And the Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti the queen hath not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Ahasuerus. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes. And when it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. So this woman, the queen, she was rebellious against the king's order, against his instruction. You know what I'm saying? And that and her rebellion trickled down all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a spirit. The spirit was upon her to not follow the king's order. So all of these other women, they're seeing the queen behave in this manner. You know what I'm saying? That's like the women today seeing Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, women was all following after Beyonce when she was on her, F that nigga. Are we leaving him? We single. When the so-called Jay-Z cheated on her, and she was just making music talking about that Becky with the good hair. You know what I'm saying? All the women was supporting that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we gonna leave our man. We single. You know what I'm saying? We outside. You know what I'm saying? That's the hey, this is that very same energy the Bible is pointing out, man, right now. Right, but I'm gonna drop down. It says, likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. Right? So they seen what was going to take place. So his initial thought, which is what's going to happen in the future, for us, is that he had to take her from her position as being queen, had to take her up out the way. And this is what the Most High is going to do with a lot of these women, with all of these women, man, in the world today, specifically here in this Western society. You know what I'm saying? You want to catapult yourself as to being equal to a man or usurping authority over a man. The Most High is going to humble all of you women. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna know your position You're gonna know your natural position at the end of the day. When it's all said and done, the Most High is going to restore all order, man.
Mm.
Yeah, and we're not gonna see another Vashti rise. We're not gonna see another Beyonce. We're not gonna see, you know what I'm saying? None of these women out here that's, you know, quote unquote feminists. The whole Amber Rose slut walk. We're not gonna see that shit no more, man. That's gonna be over with. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So, you know, again, it will behoove so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American women to refrain themselves from this wicked agenda and plot to get our women to um, be in conflict with men. You know what I'm saying? It's a gender war that they have with Black men and Black women, Hispanic men and Hispanic women. You know what I'm saying? But we can't, you know, give in to those unclean spirits. Slakia, you got it, King.
Yeah, nah, that's definitely right, man. Definitely right. We can't give heed to these spirits. Though Eve, you may seem like, you don't want to humble down, but guess what? We all had to humble down onto
Yeah.
Yahweh. Just
Mhm.
as may be in subjection unto your own husbands, as Ephesians 5 teaches. Guess what? We got to be in subjection to Yahweh in all things, right? So
Come.
it's not like, what I'm saying, we're just running everything. Guess what? We got to report to Yahweh too.
Yeah.
We got to report to the Most High. God forbid, any brother on this live, right, that believes in Yahweh is going to speak out against Yahweh, right, and say, hey, guess what? You can't tell me what to do,
Yeah.
right? You ain't my daddy, right?
Fuck
To the
that.
spirit. Hey, God forbid, we're going to say that, man. Hey, guess what? We're going to say Khan, right? We're going to say Khan, Adawan. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what we're going to say, Lord willing, right? So yeah, Khan, all praise to the Most High. Brother said, you mind pulling this in the NLT for the brother?
Come.
Khan, all praises, man. It's a damn internet, man. It's just, see, you know,
Come.
you don't want this to come out, but it's coming out,
Yeah.
right? The truth is coming out, man.
Con, this is Ezekiel 13:17 through 23 in the NLT. And it says, Now, son of man, speak out against the women who prophesy from their own imaginations. This is what the sovereign Lord says. What sorrow awaits you, women who are ensnaring the souls of my people, young and old alike. You tie magic charms on their wrists and furnish them with magic veils. Do you think you can trap others without bringing destruction on yourselves?
Mm.
You bring shame on me among my people for a few handfuls of barley or a piece of bread, by lying to my people who love to listen to lies. You kill those who should not die, and you promise life to those who should not live. This is what the sovereign Lord says: I am against all your magic charms, which you use to ensnare my people like birds. I will tear them from your arms, setting my people free like birds set free from a cage. I will tear off the magic veils and save my people from your grasp. They will no longer be your victims. Then you will know that I am the Lord. You have discouraged the righteous with your lies, but I didn't want them to be sad. And you have encouraged the wicked by promising them life, even though they continue in their sins. Because of all this, you will no longer talk of seeing visions that you never saw, nor will you make predictions, for I will rescue my people from your grasp. Then you will know that I am the Lord.
Khan, hey, that's mighty.
God, real
Mighty.
mighty.
Khan. Speaking out against, what I'm saying, the wicked of our nation, what I'm saying, and uh, Israel might be like, why are you getting on Eve? Because I mean, we got to get on Eve,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Can't just not get on Eve. Can't just get on Jake all the time. Jake gets rebuked 24/7,
yeah.
right? He get rebuked 24/7.
Yeah.
Jake gotta do this. Jake gotta do that. Jake stop doing that. And I mean, Khan, that's mighty. But the thing is, we gotta even it out too, right?
Mhm.
We want to also get in our women because we can't build a nation without our women. All right. And guess what? Who's making it to the kingdom is going to be men and women. It's not just going to be men. All right.
Mhm.
So I mean, hey, we got it. Somebody got to bring it up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all praise to the Most High. So this time, we're going to close out the lesson. We're going to bring out the closing precepts of the Spirit. you know, the water for everybody who's been tuning in through the spirit, right? Con, as a brother said, man, you gotta speak out against these Jezebels, right? I don't know, crazy side. So you got your preset first, King. I'll go after you.
Con, Lucky. Damn, I just had it in my head.
Good.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna close it out with this right quick. I'll close in preset. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 18. Well, I'm gonna start at 17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly, than to divide the spoil with the proud. Right. So again, I mean, to our sisters out there, the Most High is going to bring about a humbling spirit, to those that are haughty. We seen BRICKFACE over there. She had a haughty spirit before that brick got, laid to the side of her face. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High sees the haughty spirit upon all of our women that are, occupied with that same wicked spirit that's upon that Somalian woman.
Yep.
So it is better to be of a lowly spirit than to be of a proud one. So, if it's on your heart, you're receiving the message, and it's high time for you to repent and come back to serving your power, the Most High, the Creator of heaven and earth, Yahweh, and serve His Son and your nation. So you got it, King.
Con, yep, that's right. That's right. Because as I'm gonna lay me back what the brother said with this precept, Sirach 26. All right. And I'm gonna read from verse 1. It says, "Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace." Now I'm gonna skip down to verse 14. It says, I'm gonna skip down to verse 13. It says, "The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fat his bones." So the discretion of a wise woman, of a virtuous woman, is going to fatten his bones, man. Right? And again, we can't build this great nation without great women as well. Right? We need Eve, right, on board with us, both kingdoms. Right? We don't want to be fighting. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all on board on this mission because again, it takes right two. It takes two, man. As they say, like it's a team. I mean, it really is a team though. You know what I'm saying? Even though the man is the head of the household, but I mean he still needs right his wife to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? We still need our women to do certain things, right? To hold it down in the households, right? You know what I'm saying? To teach the young women, right? A good examples about how to be a woman of Yahweh Shah. Verse 14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. So it didn't say, right, Somalian woman with the BBL that's outside, right? It's a gift of the Lord. That's not a gift of the Lord, right? It said a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. Doesn't mean that women can't speak. Just saying, guess what? Know when to speak. You want to put it like that. Know when to speak, right? And that's for anybody. That's for any man, right? The Lord said that a wise man, or he that speaketh much shall be abhorred, right? So the wise man don't really speak too much either. All right, so that goes for both men and women. But it says a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Everybody want to focus on their body, trying to get the shape, the hourglass, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, going to the gym just to post your, you know what I'm saying, your figure, right? Yeah. I mean that, you want a thirst trap. Guess what? We know what you're doing. All right. It says there's nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. So guess what? A mind that's well instructed, the Yahweh Shah, there's nothing like that. You know what I'm saying, in a woman. So that's what we're trying to do, man. We're trying to break down these strongholds through the spirit and teach our women, these good things of Yahweh Shah. So the water, you know, all the Akim tuning in, man, we greatly appreciate y'all brothers, man. Mighty precepts, mighty points. And this brother Yasharala.
Brother Shalamah.
Come back to y'all yet another video through the spirit power Yahweh Shah. Tune in for our Friday night as well. We're gonna be going over, Lord willing, a debate I had through the spirit of the Christian. So all praise Yahweh Shah. Shalom.
Shalom.
Uh.
Okay.